Hi everyone, my name is Stephen Haley,
I'm Taylor Callahan.
and we're with Peak Productions. Hope the slideshow. Again, I'm Stephen Haley,
And I'm Taylor Callahan.
and we're with Peak Productions. This is our media plan for Bovine Basics. Bovine Basics is an anaerobically digested cow manure. Basically what this means is that it goes through a process where methane gas is separated from cow manure, leaving only the liquid fluid and the solid. We take this solid and it is what we know as Bovine Basics. Through this process it gets enriched with high levels of NPK. These levels are as potent as chemically induced fertilizers. With this, it gives us Bovine Basics the ability to kind of be used as a multiple use gardening supplement. It can be used on flowers, it can be used on plants, it can be used on vegetables. Manufacturing of this product is it's a great thing. It's eco-friendly, and also the byproducts, as I mentioned earlier, the fluid and also the methane gas can be used by those farmers as fuel on their farms and also as heat. It is locally produced, which is a huge thing in the Wisconsin-Minnesota region. The people within that demographic buy locally, support locally. They're middle Americans, and that is a very important aspect of a product to them. And so it's very important that we are a local company. And just to mention, for this campaign and for our strategies, Bovine Basics is at the beginning of the product life cycle.
Okay, as Stephen mentioned, it's at the beginning of the product life cycle, so the people that we're targeting are the innovators and the early adopters. These are people that are trying new things, they're kind of setting the trends, recommending things to other people. They're not the one hearing the word of mouth, they're the ones giving it. Of course, as everybody else knows, they're environmentally conscious. We're targeting 35 to 55, male and female, married, and most of this demographic has children ages 6 to 17. They're educated at least some college, middle, upper level, middle income. They're reading books and magazines. Like I said, they're educated, they're buying local, and just statistics by state, the median age for both places are kind of geared towards the lower section of our demographic, so we're going to be focusing on that throughout the campaign. And again, the mean household income there is right in the middle of the demographic that we're targeting, so that's good.
Our client, Verde Strategies, has asked us to do 6 things with this campaign. They've asked for a strong initial kickoff, strong sales throughout the growing season, convert one-time purchasers. They want national recognition. They need to get a 5% market share from their competitors, and they want to impact the markets through strategic advertising placement. That's what you wanted us to do. This is how we're going to do it. All the mediums that we use are focused around the kickoff. That is not to say that they're only around the kickoff, but that is to say that every media is used during the kickoff. Also, all of our medias are cost efficient in order to stick with our low budget, and also it gives us the ability to stretch out our media budget and place ads through the mid-season, which is extremely important because it's the peak growing season. You asked us to convert one-time purchasers. We're going to do that through social media. It's going to build consistent awareness on a daily basis through hits and through advertisement on our sites. It's cheap, it's effective, and a lot of times it's free. Internet radio is one of the ways that we're going to reach out nationally. Pandora and Rhapsody, just to name a few of our internet radio sources, are national radio that anybody can access through their phone, their iPads, their computers. Regional targets. All of our magazines are regional. That's what's going to get your 5% market share. You're not going to be able to push Scott's out of the Minnesota-Wisconsin market without something that's directly regional, and that's how we're going to get that with magazines. Lastly, our scheduled campaigns throughout the season. We have things spread out so that not a single moment in the season is missing some sort of advertising from us for your product. We focused on 4 main media categories: social media, magazines, radio, and cinema. These medias and subcategories are based on MRI data that show that our target that we have listed before is using frequently these types of media in large amounts. Specifically, the two primary ones are social media and magazines. The slogan for our campaign overall that we've decided on is a growing alternative for your everyday needs, Bovine Basic, waste nothing. This incorporates the green aspect of Bovine Basics, and it also shows that we're searching for that better alternative in the environment. Social media, like I said, is going to be our primary focus. It's extremely cheap, it has a large reach, and it can be used throughout the campaign. Magazines are our secondary focus. They're very specific, as I said, to the target region, and they're perfect for the kickoff and the fall harvest season. Cinema and radio will essentially work together. They're going to be pulsing strategies that will be used for short periods during the kickoff to build large awareness, and then also during the peak season where there are things like summer blockbusters and a lot of people are out of school listening to radios and stuff like that. So these are just some examples of some of our ads. This ad could go in one of our magazines or also on one of our social media sites. Essentially what it is the same thing as a Far Side cartoon. It's a short cartoon kind of showing these enormous, Bovine Basic pumpkins. They're as big as our cow. Bovine is his name, and he's kind of our character through our campaign. And we're doing these seasonally to also the seasons and the dates. So this is one of our storyboards for our cinema advertising. We can also use these scripts for our radio. And also through social media, we're going to do some promotional ads. Every bag is going to have a code printed on the bag with a URL you can go to. 5 bags will get you a free bag. You can redeem them for a free bag. And 10 bags will get you this sleek, sexy, and biodegradable toy for gardening. And as it says here, just think, you can water your tomatoes, nourish your flowers, and finally wake your kids up in the morning. Haha, all with one simple tool. With our ads, we want to boost awareness. We want to have a strong kickoff because we know that that is the most important thing to Bovine Basics, as it is in the introduction. We're going to do that using all of our media. Specifically, Pandora, Rhapsody, these are the specific subcategories. Pandora and Rhapsody for internet radio, 16 regional movie theaters in the Wisconsin and Minnesota area for cinema. And Midwest Home, Do It Green, and Northern Gardener are going to be our magazine targets. Each medium will use a special scheduling strategy. As I said before, it will be placed throughout the season.
The way that we have everything scheduled is the focus is on the kickoff, and social media, the YouTube and Facebook is going to run all year round. The main focus of everything that we're using is magazines and social media. The magazines and the kickoff we're going to have in Midwest Home is a full back cover ad of the magazine. We're going to put ads in Northern Gardener and the Do It Green, Twin Cities Green Guide, all in the first pulse of the magazine strategy. As you can see, the Facebook, YouTube run the entire time, and all the medium are active during the kickoff, and most of them are during the harvest season that we're also focusing on. The cinema, we're focusing on of course, the kickoff and the blockbuster season. The budget, you can see here, 25% is to Facebook, and the good thing about Facebook is you can regulate your ads by click. You can designate a certain amount of dollars for a month of clicks. So, Doug could say, all right, well, we only want 300 clicks to be available in January, so we'll pay $500. But in April, when people are about to buy their fertilizer, we want 1,000 clicks, so they can use $1,500, which is a great way to utilize Facebook. Again, you can see our totals. Oh yeah, you can see that we used 100% of our budget, the whole $25,000. And most of our budget actually was focused in the Midwest Home magazine because we have the big back cover page ad to kick off.
Our last section, we wanted to give some future recommendations to Bovine Basics, what they could do in the future as the company grows. One of the most important things is as they gain that organic growth, the organic certification, they really need to push themselves as an organic growth supplement. This separates them from the organic fertilizers and also from the chemical fertilizers. It makes them kind of their own niche subcategory of a product that is a competitor to both. It's eco-friendly, but it's as powerful as a chemical. Also, as the company expands nationally, the product life cycle will revert back to the introduction phase, and in this, we really want to push more innovative emerging media strategies. We wanted to consider things that are very eco-friendly, like reverse graffiti and other tactics like that. This goes synonymously with our green image, and it not only works with the brand image, but it creates a lot of social media awareness. People do a lot of word of mouth action for guerrilla tactics, like something of a reverse graffiti, and that can have a lot of stimulation for our social media, like YouTube and our website. Thank you, everybody. This has been Peak Productions. I hope you enjoyed it.